He said he can get you one. I don't know.
Backs are us.
Backs are us.
Would it be a black back?
Yeah.
Okay.
They fit it to your tone.
Okay.
As long as it ain't a non-black back.
Ain't in the shot yet.
Asia. That's how you say it.
All right, people.
All right,
We are live.
I'm in here. What's up?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Oh, hello.
Oh, snap, my sound on.
Someone is watching.
Who's that?
I
Hello.
can't see from here, but now two might be us at this point.
I'm not on yet. So.
Okay. Let me get on as well,
Oh my gosh.
so I can see the
Oh, that's me probably.
Yeah. So I can see the
Let's
chit chat
see.
going on.
What? Oh.
Let me switch to Convrs8.
P. What am I logged? What am I logged in?
Oh. I did it again.
Oh, mind over
Maximum
matter.
of 256 at a time. Okay.
Yep. Oh, I'm logging as the channel. Okay.
All right.
C-O-N.
What am I doing?
Steve, can you send me the link, please?
Okay, to the event, yes.
Can I just do a little disclaimer before we officially start?
Yeah.
Sure.
Are we gonna well, it's not a disclaimer, it's a question. Is anybody gonna go into like random English accents?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not good at it.
I can't promise.
Wow.
I know I'm.
I thought it was Darius you don't have to worry about.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like,
Why?
Okay,
do you
Are
want
your
me?
friends gonna laugh at us?
Yes, that's right.
Is that what it is? Is like your friend gonna laugh at our terrible accents?
I'm not saying that anybody will or won't. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to brace myself.
And again, we're live. So.
Yeah, you just explained that.
Yeah, you know. So you just yeah. There are no secrets now.
Yeah. Guess what, everybody?
Okay, can
We
you send me
don't-
the link, please?
Oh yeah.
Some people may try.
share. There it is.
Um,
Where do you want it? Messenger or text or?
It doesn't really matter to be
I
honest.
think all I have
I'm
is
just gonna
Messenger
copy
for
the
you.
text then.
Anyway.
Pop it in
There
so that
it is.
England can tune in. It's
Okay.
like what 9:41 p.m.
Nice.
Right before
We're in prime time
bedtime.
over there.
Yeah.
All right, I just sent.
Beautiful.
Oh, you can share it to the story. I will do that. I'm just trying to see who I can share it to.
Current.
Oh, okay. Let me share it to our pages and stuff.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much.
And we back.
I know everybody. We've been gone for a long time.
Yeah, man. 3 weeks. Had celebratory and not so celebratory stuff to take care of.
Cause we was contemplating on if we wanted to come back to you guys.
What?
Yeah, that deep?
Mello was gonna quit.
Stop
He
lying.
had to offer money.
She had to help.
Deceitfulness is a
She's
sin.
been holding out for more money, right?
Oh.
More money than zero.
Yeah, more money than zero. We actually took it down to negative. You know what I'm saying?
No, we negotiated a 100% pay raise.
Exactly.
Wow.
Of
Okay.
Zero. Of zero.
Zero.
Of zero.
But Wow, this is a very intimate angle here.
It is.
I'm used to being much wider out.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Okay, intimacy.
it's like
Ah.
we're real nice and cozy.
We are.
We made it over 100 people. I didn't know that.
Did we? Oh yes. Oh yeah. On the page, on the,
Yeah.
Man.
the page. Yes.
Hey, everybody, where y'all at, man?
Yeah.
Russell, where you at?
They're coming.
Oh, you know you can do. I did not know you can like take photos and do stories on YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah, you
they
can.
added that.
They just added that. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yes, YouTube is becoming Facebook, and Facebook's becoming YouTube.
Yeah. Vice versa.
Even though they're like in direct competition with each other.
Basically, because you can. I think you can make money on Facebook too now.
Ah. Facebook has Facebook Watch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's all becoming one thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gathering some momentum now. There's more than 5 of us here, and there's 6 people on right now, so that's a good sign.
Of course it is.
Greetings, welcome.
Hello, Earthlings.
Earthlings.
Man,
Who is the
Huh?
R-Tib2K? R-Tib2K? Hey, family.
and art. Oh, there's Robin Thibodeau.
Oh, hi,
Hey,
Robin.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Robin?
Oh, why did we lose our connection?
We back.
Oh, we're back
We
though.
back. We still on.
Okay.
Oh, it just hopped up to 11. Oh, wow. So excited.
Hey, everybody, come on and
Okay.
get with us.
Dorcas
Welcome
Aguma.
to this
Yep,
is
that's
America.
one of my people.
Hey, hello.
Hi, Dorcas.
Yo, what's going on?
I think the camera, once it streams, it's not gonna drop it. It's just my connection to the to
Okay.
control it.
It
So I
went
just
from like
lost all
3
my
to 11.
shots. Great. That's okay. I'll do it, man.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let everybody know we are practically live.
We are live
We are live
from America,
We lie,
yes, to the world.
from the
lie.
underground.
She said hi.
Dorcas Agum.
Hey,
Do
Dorcas.
not try to pronounce these.
Say hello to
names.
Brandy for me.
I was about to say, do not try to.
Oh, I will try
Try.
and fail. No, I don't feel an accent coming on though. Because now you have your friends on there. I'm gonna get a lot of heat.
Yes, the
A lot of
London crew
flack.
will give you a lot of heat for trying to put on a fake British accent.
I'm
Yes.
not gonna try. You know,
Plus, I'm not gonna hold the same one like
Yeah,
the
'cause I
whole
was
time. I'm just
switching
gonna
it up.
keep
my
fluctuating.
joint end up going into like Scottish
It's just
accents.
not wise.
That's what I'm good
Yes.
at, replicating Scottish accents. I can't do that.
Like Sean Connery.
Yeah, I can do that good, but
Bond. James Bond.
Okay, hi Manny. Okie dokie.
That wasn't British. It wasn't British.
hey,
I'm
don't.
not, do you know, I'm zoning out. I'm not even listening to your fake accents.
I haven't started yet. I haven't
You
started.
promised you wouldn't do it.
Huh?
You promised you wouldn't
And
do
I
it.
haven't done it.
Okay,
I'm
amen.
good.
I
I'm
didn't.
staying true to my word.
I'm so glad I didn't
You
promise
know what I
anything.
mean?
I'm so
Nah,
But I
glad.
have to
don't-
do a little
don't-
scoop and teardrop.
Don't pick at my country accent. You know what
I didn't
mean?
even
If some
like-
words
Oh,
don't
I would want
understand,
you to do that.
I would like I explain some of the things I say in the comments if you get lost.
I'm gonna have to
Jeez,
try
we
and
have 15
translate.
people
I feel like I've been here a little while now. I can actually translate some of your country ways.
No, see,
Country ways?
You used to listening to the Atlanta country. I'm talking about Deep
the
South.
Deep South country. Oh
Like,
man,
It's
It's
different.
a whole nother level.
it's a whole other level.
Okay.
It's a lot of
Probably gonna
idioms
get
that
those
you
in
don't
my head.
even.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
sometimes you tell people, you walk up to them like, hey man, I'm just trying to make a bow-legged chicken and walk like a dog.
Bow-legged chicken. Oh,
Exactly.
why would you let a bow-legged chicken?
You would teach it. To walk
Why
like
would
a
you
dog.
teach it?
Hey,
Hey,
Okay, sorry.
all
Yeah.
right,
told you.
let's go.
Okay.
Come over here. We say stuff. Just
We got 17
makes
people
no
on here right
sense.
now.
Oh my
Right.
days.
Come
Everybody's
on.
messaging me.
Everybody,
Hello, everybody.
I'm listening.
shout out who you
Watch it.
are, where you
She
from.
said I'm listening, watching Cheerio in my British accent.
Who said that?
Tasha.
Cheerio. Why is everybody, do you know everybody's on the whole Cheerio thing from when my boyfriend posted, and he was like Cheerios, and I'm like, it's Cheerio, like there's no S at the end, like S is the cereal.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yo, snap, we up to 19 people. That's what's up.
All right, come
Right.
on, let's go. Let's
Come
get
on
started.
through.
Okay.
Sam's brought all of
Come on.
Europe with her.
I know, right?
To the
Come
podcast.
on.
They want to find out what I've been doing. They feel like I'm hiding out in Atlanta. Like, is she even baking?
She's out there gallivanting.
I'm not gallivanting.
She's a
Building an empire.
charlatan.
That's right. She's building an empire.
Yeah, building
One cupcake at a time.
That's
one
right.
up,
One
one
here's the
cake
proof.
at a time.
Cake
Yes.
and all other kind of stuff because she make beautiful
See, she
cakes
bakes.
And she's
Yeah.
talented in other areas as well. Carpentry.
Oh, why? Thank you.
Yeah.
Wait, carpentry?
Oh, I forgot you were there yesterday.
Yeah.
Carpentry?
Yeah.
I need my bathroom redone.
Is it? We'll talk
Yeah.
after
The
the, show.
laboratory.
Yes, the laboratory.
Yeah.
We'll talk after the show. We'll see if I've got a moment between empires.
Yeah,
Yeah.
between empires.
Aw. He's
Yeah.
on.
I'm getting my power tools together here now. So, but anyhow,
All right, it is 4:51.
All right,
So
let's
it's
do
officially
it.
time to rock.
we
Yeah.
officially started.
Greg Street, time to rock.
That's
Better
right.
start recording. How did I start this? 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, is there like a delay? It's sound for
1.
What?
One.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Darius J.
And I'm Stevie Neal.
And it's your girl Mela G.
with special guest.
Samantha Rose.
Hey! Intros for the day. Hey, man, that kind of sucked on y'all part.
What are you talking about? That was
Well, we did like a
perfect.
nice
It was like, and you,
dismount.
and you disconnected, said day, came back in. That was dope.
That was
great.
dope on my part.
What?
We just did like a dismount, you know? Like
Yeah, and then y'all, I don't like that little temptation swoop y'all do.
Hey.
just trying it on.
This is
Oh my
conversation.
days.
We ain't even live for 30
All right,
seconds.
man, we gotta get to the regular part. We don't
Right. Okay.
Okay.
This is Convrs8, guys.
This is conversation.
This is a show of variety where we talk about anything and everything up under this here sun on this here earth. This is a show of white collar, blue collar, no collar. We get to it all. We talk to somebody's, nobody's, and everybody's.
Come on now.
All right.
Somebody's, nobody's, and everybody's.
And but we all give our opinions because we all are entitled to opinions, whether they are factual or just not real true. Yeah. Let's start the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, let's.
Yeah. It's my. I'm about to say, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Wow.
I'm sorry, it's been 3
Yeah.
weeks, guys.
Yeah, it's been 3
3
weeks.
weeks.
Rusty, yo.
we
That
are.
was I actually
So rusty.
ad-libbed that whole intro, so
Come on
Yes.
now.
talent.
Wow.
Check.
Okay.
You
Humble?
know,
Not.
that nigga prideful. That's what he really was saying. He was like prideful.
I'm not even operating the camera right now. Okay, go ahead.
All right, this
No.
is. We got to get back right.
All right.
How you live?
Oh,
Mela
gosh.
G.
Man, we haven't been on for like 3 weeks, so I feel like
I
I've
know, right?
been living lost without you guys.
That was a whole lot more convincing than last time.
Oh.
Yeah, for real.
Well,
Yes.
I did miss you guys.
I miss you too.
I'm excited to be back.
Even though I see you every Sunday,
I know.
But it's good to have
It's
you back.
good to be
Good
in
to
this
be back
environment,
in
in
the
this
lab,
space.
man, you know?
Yeah.
I miss y'all, man.
It's a lot has happened over 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything specific at the moment right now.
Oh wow.
But I feel like overall, I've been living very, well. Growing in my
right.
relationship with God.
Yeah.
It's been super convicting, but super encouraging at the same time. The show with Keegan and I has been like doing way above we expected to do. It's almost at 70,000 views. We're in production we're about to be in production for the second episode. Today's message by Ricardo was so convicting, talking about lordship. And that's basically what this series is about, is making Jesus Lord over different areas of Keegan's life in particular, but just helping people to make Jesus Lord over those parts of their lives as well. Mm-hmm. And so just him breaking down lordship in the way that he did definitely just brought a little bit more depth to our episode. So I'm really, really excited to be in production for it and, release it and see what the response is going to be and the impact that it's going to make, because we're out here trying to make disciples, y'all. Out here trying to help make help people make Jesus Lord. So, that's
what's up, man.
And I will say that I saw you out there like on the keyboard, and I see you I've seen you every week for about 5 years now on the keyboard. But today, just like in particular, I feel like what you're talking about is sinking in your life, just what you've been working on lately and what you've been working on spiritually. Yeah. I mean, you were out there, you just in the zone. Man,
I was in the zone.
So,
always worshiping.
I'd like to add that.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I just got told to get off my phone because hi Fiona.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, we allow that here.
Yeah, we allow that.
We really allow that.
We get the live.
I was seeing what you were
challenge.
saying. See, you get to talk to me, and I get to
exactly.
Interaction.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Y'all the type us, and we'll talk to.
Oh, I got this big red.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So but how you live, Stevie Nell?
Stevie Nell.
Well, my 3 weeks have been eventful. Just because holiday stuff, just spending that time with family, but on top of that, my wife's grandmother passed away recently, so the funeral was last week in Detroit.
Right.
So we drove
to Detroit.
Yeah.
That was one of the.
We did that.
Was a serious.
Did that.
Yeah, we made it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a nice funeral. Got all dressed up and stuff. Posted a couple pictures. Yeah, yeah.
Y'all be dressing now.
Yeah,
they do now.
Very stylish.
They had us Detroit style up there. So.
Oh snap! Hey, y'all didn't see the dude with the finger waves up there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh goodness.
I feel like every state is totally different here.
It is.
Yeah.
Every state has their own personality.
Mm-hmm.
That is what you'll learn there.
Yeah.
But yes, so that happened, and so now this week has just been a sense of normalcy, just like my routine with work, and then just setting all the lab back up, because we've had people in and out of the house, so I couldn't leave this set up. It's a dinner table, secret.
Y'all
But yeah, so having to set that back up from scratch. Yeah, man, it's just a period of growth as well. Just really, and then just applying it like this time, like being there for my wife.
Yeah.
Just being there, not just for her, but for her dad, because that's his mom. Just relying on my people. Whether it's people that advise me, people that I advise, people, my peer relationships.
Right.
So it's been a real test of that, these past 3 weeks. But I'm happy to be here now. I've been looking forward to this, getting back in it.
Yeah.
So how you living? Wait, special guest.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Go to
special guest. We skipped all over.
How you living though?
How you living, Miss
Rose? How's life?
Life's been a major adjustment this year. This year's been a major adjustment, but I'm living good. Mm-hmm. I think just in the run up to the end of the year, there's so many different things that I'm trying to tick off to make sure next year is alive and kicking.
Yeah, alive and kicking.
So I feel like it's a bit like you mentioned. This week's been crazy. I've been doing carpentry work. I've been baking. I've been programming websites.
Oh, wow.
I've been like
Okay.
setting up legal documents for businesses. It's just
Wow.
like
Oh,
okay,
shit.
and then I'm going to be moving house
we
as
have
well.
to talk
so.
to you. We have
So-
to talk to you very quickly. We need documents. We need stuff done.
You need
There's a lot of
documents.
talking
Yeah.
that we need to do.
I'll
after.
talk to
Yeah. I'm about to say
Off
we do
this-
work
off
off air.
Yes.
So it's just, and also I'm moving house as well. So it's been a lot of sort of life's
Wow.
crazy right now.
Yeah.
Getting
Yeah.
the rug snacks from up under.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But I'm living good.
It's
That's good.
I haven't lost that much weight, so I guess I'm not starving.
Yeah, I'm about to say, as long as you ain't
listen.
starving, you fine. You know what I'm saying? Now, when your back pockets touching each other, then you know you are malnourished.
Wow. Wow.
Politically correct in every
Back
sense.
pockets touching.
I am so done.
What?
There's Jay. How you living?
Well, I've been living very well. You know what I mean? Like, past couple weeks have been very relaxing. I've been having to catch up on sleep, and I have not did it yet.
Wow. He had 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
I haven't done it. I have found out that I'm a person that if I have an empty space on my plate, I fill it with something else. And I have been doing that. So, but in just these past couple weeks, I've been spending a lot of times with, just family, friends, and trying to be more into people's lives, and trying to, be more present in people, lives, especially people that need, help.
Yeah.
And had gotten into a little bad spat at my job. Friday. I had told my wife about it, but but it was a guy that was probably my wife. You know what I'm saying? It's like my wife's soul jumped into him and like saved me. Saved him.
Thank you for
Oh, cool, because I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. Because just like, because I was finna go at this dude. I was just like, oh, he disrespected the mess out of me. Like, this is weird. I was like, you must don't know I'm a bear. You know what I'm saying?
A bear.
I'm maul you to death in these
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Pray for Brother Darius.
Yeah,
And
pray,
then he was coming at me, and I was like, "Oh, you want some of this?" I was
He
waiting
forgot
on
he
this
was a
actually.
disciple.
And then the old man grabbed me and said, "Hey, young blood, I don't think you need to do that. We're in a professional setting." I was like, "You right.
Amen.
Right.
Praise
'Cause
God
I
for the Holy
will
Spirit
dust
allowing
this joker
dust him now.
up. I will dog walk that guy." But
Blood of
yeah,
Jesus.
you're right.
He
You're
has
right.
a lot to
So,
pray through.
Yeah.
Different walks of sanctification.
Yeah. Like I had a lot going on, but you know what I'm saying, like. But then like I talked to the old guy that and I calmed down, and I was just like, you know what, man, good looking out, because you know what I mean, because I was about to act out, but I didn't. I just let dude go, even though he almost killed 3 people in the parking lot, but it was cool. Yeah, that was a weird Friday for me. But after that, week went good. Sermon with Ricardo kind of like just...
That was amazing.
It's like we don't have 2 very convicting sermons back to back.
Yeah, you're growing though. You're in the right place.
But everything been good, just trying to put things back in perspective and go forward.
Yeah.
And been taking programming classes and stuff.
Yeah.
like that.
You did
Oh.
that, yes.
Yeah. So trying to probably, possibly, maybe go back into IT. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I have to figure out. I don't love money, but like money.
Money.
You know what I'm
Money.
saying? Like I have a level that I don't want to drop under. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
You got
if
a
I
whole
wanna
wife
shit.
and household to take care of.
So what,
You know what I'm saying?
what you're saying is I'm going to be the only person at this table who doesn't know how to code soon.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in the
it's that
class,
whole
in the class
possible
is free
figure,
though.
isn't it?
The class is free. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Coding Academy. This guy out of Miami
Oh,
teaches
yeah.
it every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. and he got 11 o'clock class. But I'm on 8:30 p.m. rotation. Me and my wife actually. But my wife already know how to code and stuff like that. This is kind of like just beefing up her skill set. You know, I just want to start making apps and stuff like that.
That'd be dope.
You know?
Is it just the whole like millennial thing?
Huh?
What?
You know,
I don't know.
Generation
Wow.
X.
I don't.
Wow, Sam.
There's a question.
No. I mean, I'm surprised. Like that whole bit that we had that episode
no,
with
yeah.
Armani, and now
right.
you.
Bring it back to research.
No, it was just a question.
Yeah.
No, but you can learn. I'm not saying that you can't learn. I'm just saying that it's just a different approach to doing things.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is. It is. It's a different. It's approach to doing things because it's like. Even if I don't do that full time, I know I can do that like on my, like moonlighting. You know what I'm saying? Just somebody send me work, I tweak it, build a program, send it back. They like it, send me my check.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
You know, so
That's cool.
it's pretty much what it is. Just different hustle streams. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm living. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to hustle hard.
Okay.
You can get one of those spiritual hustler t-shirts.
Yeah, I got one. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. You know what I mean? I'm out here. I'm supporting everybody. You know what I mean? I support everybody. Everybody that got something that need to be supported. Darius Cummings will buy your stuff. Yes.
Okay.
Amen. So got a promo.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, so let's jump into these topics for today.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about topics. I ain't did it in 3 weeks though.
I know, man.
I've been having so much stuff to talk about.
Me too.
But I be forgetting. Cause Savon had me thinking we had a show to record last Sunday.
Me too.
And I was finna come on my way here. And then
What?
I'm like, hold up. Nah, we recording this week? I don't think we are.
I think because originally we were gonna come back, but then
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
They were like that.
But then you wanted to have me first.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, first topic on the table, Kevin Hart.
I
Yes.
thought you should say cupcakes.
Cupcakes!
You said on the table, and then I just automatically looked down.
No, so Kevin Hart was, asked to host the Oscars, right?
Oscars.
So then he receives backlash of something he said in one of his comedy stand-ups about...
Yeah, seriously funny.
Yeah. So it's very homophobic. And so he decided to step down from hosting the Oscars.
Which was,
How do we feel about that?
Well, you want me to start?
Well, how do we feel about him stepping down? How do we feel?
I don't feel like I mean, I wouldn't have stepped down, me personally. I was just like, man, you gonna have to take this. Plus, I'm Kevin Hart, and I know my star power outweighs. Because the thing about in America, if you have star power, it outweighs anything you got going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like when football players do those things that they do. You know what I mean? Like, if you got star power, you'll be back. You know what I'm saying? If you're an excellent player or good at whatever craft you're in, they let them back.
Yeah.
They'll sit you down for a year or two, and they just be like, oh, nothing ever happened. Come on back in.
Mm-hmm. What about Mike? What about Vic?
He came back.
He came back.
But not to the same team.
He's done well now
wouldn't have came back
because
to the same team anyway.
the Falcons are short-sighted.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't have came back to the same team either, but he came back and ended up making,
another $100 million
exactly,
contract.
another
Right,
$100 million contract.
yeah.
So
In addition to the one he
He
already had before
he
he
didn't
messed
really
up.
lose anything.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's where America's different from the UK though, because here you've got so many people that you could do nonsense and come back.
Yeah.
Right.
That's like how you guys can have like bad food shops that are still in business.
Mm.
In the UK, it's not that big. So if you mess up, like
You're done.
Yeah, you're
done. Like,
You're done, so.
if your business ain't good, like
People will know.
Yeah.
Your fish and chips suck.
Yeah.
Out of here.
But here you got so many people that star power means something.
Yeah.
Whereas in England, when you get a bad name, you've got a bad name. You're tarnished. I'm not saying that it's impossible to come back, but if there's anybody from London that can think of somebody that's bounced back personally, I don't know. Yeah, I think even the people that get let off, as it were. So if you have some sort of stigma attached to you, even when you do come back, you still got that sort of stigma, like, was she the one that was arrested for drugs or stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like, we had one of the X Factor judges, and she did some nonsense, and she got let off, or it wasn't her, or she was innocent, and she came back, but it's still that you could tell it wasn't the original person.
Right.
Whereas here, like Kevin Hart can step down, and the next year they'll probably just pay him double to come to apologize for the year before, and it won't be no surprise in England, like in the USA. Whereas in England, it's like,
because look at it,
y'all let him back.
Yeah.
I mean, look at somebody like Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man.
Yeah,
you know, like
he had went off bad.
like in the early '90s, he was an Academy Award-winning actor, and then had his run with drugs and stuff like that. Was down for a while, and then comes this part that pretty much sets off his entire career. Now we all know he struggled with those things, and we're always gonna know that. But at the end
now
of the
he's
day,
known as an overcomer.
Exactly, and then
and that's even better here in America. Everyone knows
I'm gonna tell you, but he wouldn't have been known as an overcomer if it went for Iron Man. If it had been any other role, like, they put that suit on and it changed his whole life.
Yeah.
And the thing that he was a quirky actor that fit the Iron Man role.
He fit the role.
You know what I'm saying? Like it made it disappear.
Because Tony Stark was that guy.
Yeah.
In the comics, so
that's what I'm saying. So it kind of almost allowed him to pun himself.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, that's it. This is America. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
People can bounce back.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And as far as the Kevin Hart thing, I think there's a lot. It's a layered thing.
Yeah.
Okay, because the timeline is this: he gets named to host the show, and then of course these Pandora's boxers or whatever. You know what I mean? They kind of dig stuff up from your deep dark past that. They know once that it's out there, you can't recover from it. True. You'll never be the same. It's a Pandora's box situation. Okay? So, people do what they do on the internet.
Yeah.
It's out there. Especially from that bit from Seriously Funny.
Yeah.
Back in 2009. His comedy set. That was right before Laugh at My Pain came out. And that was the movie special he had that blew him up to the Kevin Hart we know today.
Right.
Okay.
This is all history I don't know, but...
Exactly.
Good.
So this was the set before that. This was the comedy special before that. So it was out there. It was on a comedy special. This wasn't like a tweet or an email that somebody unearthed or anything like that. This was a comedy special. This was out here. We all collectively laughed at this, and it was out there. We knew this was part of who Kevin Hart was. So then it's out there. So what happened was the Academy actually approached Kevin Hart saying, look, you need to get out in front of this and apologize so that we can go forward with this show. And Kevin Hart, at the time when they made that offer, was like, well, I don't feel like I need to do that. So, I guess the wave got worse as far as like the negativity toward his jokes. They start unearthing tweets that he made like after that comedy set in 2009, so like 2010, 2011, stuff like that. So, then he resigns. He stepped down from the show, and then he apologizes while stepping down. So it's not like, you know, it's not the same as apologizing when they initially wanted him to apologize.
I wouldn't apologize at all. Because I tell people, if I say something, I mean it. You know what I'm saying? And especially if, like, in that sense, I'm a comedian. You know what I mean? Like, we all poke fun at everything. Ugly people, skinny people, fat people, all that stuff like that.
Especially in comedy.
And I don't,
Darius does it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, why would you, like, pick a sore spot and just hone in on that and just say,
this is
because it's like,
2018.
but just like, and then people like that, it make me argue the point, like, are you not secure in what you do enough that you can't take a joke? You know, like, because it's like, like, people make fun of fat people. It ain't like I'm just getting on Twitter and like, hey, this is inappropriate. Tweet. You know what I'm saying? Tweet. You just made a joke about fat people. I probably laugh. It's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that. I like, you know, some people ain't just funny.
Yeah, they not.
Some people don't make good jokes. Not like me. You know what I mean?
But that's my consternation with the whole thing. First of all, is this was out here in the public
for
this
years.
Wasn't a secret email or something like that.
Years.
For 9 years, this has been out here. we knew this was a part of the Kevin Hart package, but somebody just wanted to unearth this on somebody, like it was never, like it never existed, you know. And
I just feel like when you're in the limelight, your life is literally entertainment. Like this is I just feel like it's just a story. It's just like, here we have Kevin Hart hosting the Oscars. How can we make this a little bit more interesting? You know, and it's like, oh, let's find something from a comedy special from years ago to bring something up to make it relevant to now, because there's so much, you know, bigotry and racism and all these different things that's going on in the media. So it's relevant. And now he's, you know, stuck in a position to where it's like, do I step down or do I continue to move forward? So, you know, and his apology is like, you know, I stepped down because I didn't want to be a distraction to the night, you know, to what's going on. Which I get that. But at the same time, it's like Steve was saying, it's like, this is stuff that's been out there for years. Like, you think about even the what's his name? Guardians of the Galaxy.
James Gunn.
Yes. You know, like, looking up tweets from his past when he was talking about, like, making jokes about, child molestation.
But you know, it never happens when they're not doing good.
Exactly.
Like, it don't happen until they're like, oh, you're making millions of dollars now? Now I'm going to say something.
I think sometimes it's like, you got to question the face of the organization as well.
Yeah.
So even just looking at the Academy Awards and just all of those, they're predominantly known to be racist.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Oscars so white. Yes.
Yeah.
We just got over that point.
We just got over that.
So I can understand where Kevin Hart's coming from in terms of, usually I wouldn't apologize, but I'm going to put it out there that I'm stepping back because I don't want to be another black stigma to this already racist situation.
Yeah.
So him stepping down, it's his choice evidently, but at the same time I can see how it might be a good decision to make, especially in the face of all of this, because you're just like, okay, last year everybody boycotted stuff because no black people were getting awards, and then they try and diversify it a bit, and then you've all automatically got all this negative attention.
They'll be like, oh, we let it. Now y'all was objecting because we didn't have black people. Now y'all got a black homophobic guy up here hosting the show.
It doesn't matter if the president is there, is it?
And the thing was, the line in his stand-up wasn't really, like, targeting
anybody.
It was just more so like, I don't want my son to be gay. Which is, I feel like that's every parent's, like, you know,
hold up, not every parent.
He certainly has the right.
Yeah, the right. Yeah. So it's just like, but I feel like
people out there transgenders.
True.
And they be like, hey, I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? If you know. Whatever.
True. I was gonna say more so just like, I think society, you think about, like, you know, and the makeup of everybody, like they have their own beliefs within their household. So, you know, whether that's transgender, whether that's, you know, whatever part of the LGBTQ, you know, community looks like, and then just, you know, heterosexual, right? Yeah. So, but I just feel like whatever your belief is in building your family, that's what you're gonna like train your child to be like. But if they do end up liking the same sex or whatever the case may be, I don't think he will love him any less. I don't think that it was like a target that, like, I don't like.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it was that serious. You know what I mean? Like, like some
my
people,
mom didn't want to pierce my ears.
Exactly.
Don't love me.
It ain't like you're like, oh, you one of those people now.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
because want me dating
like,
somebody with tattoos, but she loves him more. Like, stay where you are for Christmas.
You know, so that's the whole point. Like, people act like people can't love past things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
or look past them anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know,
it's alright to have freedom of speech as your First Amendment.
That's the crazy part. And that's the thing. Like,
no, we can't let go of the guns, but if somebody said something that I don't agree with, we're going to stigmatize them.
Exactly.
Yeah, this country is interesting. It's been an adjustment.
And about the whole stepping down thing, I have like two opinions about it. I feel like it was something very thoughtful in just how he was advised, because you resign, you apologize for it, which he probably could have done earlier, but he did. So now that you've apologized for it, you can now come back, and now no one has anything to say.
Yeah.
But, and I've heard this commented by some members of the LBGTQ.
You trying to make sure you had it right.
Yes. That he could have used this as a platform. He could have stayed on and then from the opening monologue
Right.
could have apologized then
Yeah.
and really gave this issue a platform.
Right.
And I feel like that would have been the best
That would
possible
have been,
outcome.
yeah, would have been
I'd have
cool.
been prideful. I would just skipped over it.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
I think once people stigmatize you, though, whatever you do to try and make amends, sometimes it's just good to remove yourself from the whole narrative
Yeah.
and create a different conversation line.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you go to talk about something in a positive way, and then you're stigmatized even more because you're like, you meant this or you did this. Or,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But, I don't feel like you're supposed to apologize for a joke unless it's just like you just specifically targeted somebody.
Yeah.
You know
Like
what I mean?
Roseanne did.
Yeah,
It
like
was completely out of
that right there. I'm
context,
like,
though.
okay, that's kind of bad. You shouldn't have done that. But just like, if it's just, I'm just talking about, I don't want my son. I don't like say if I say I don't want no ugly baby. You know what I mean? Dude, all ugly people coming from me, if they got a community somewhere in the wilderness where the wild things are they gonna come for me? You know what I mean? If the Booger Wolf faction coming for me, like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you said that. Now he hosting the Oscars and now he gotta say he's sorry for saying he ain't want an ugly baby. What? Man, get out of here, man.
Yeah.
I
We
don't
can be
want
just
an ugly
sensitive
baby.
about certain words, though.
What you say?
I think we can be sensitive about certain words without actually even
Right.
listening to the context or
Yeah.
what was being said
Yeah.
or what was meant.
Context.
Or just even the person's intention when they said it. Were they trying to stigmatize or attack a certain type of people? Were they trying to say that they're less than? It's a preference thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's like bombing an airport. You just can't say it.
And why wasn't it
Almost.
addressed when it happened?
See, that's
You know what
my
I'm
thing
saying?
too. It's
Like,
just like,
y'all
how
have
has
a
this not
problem with
come up
it then. Why is it a problem
So
now?
like Darius,
Even though it's taken out of context anyway.
so like Darius said, it's only a problem because he's famous.
Yeah.
Because he's more famous than he was when he said.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So-
That's my point. I don't like when people just choose to it's a cry wolf situation.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it's just every time it get too quiet in America, they gotta find a witch hunt to go after. You know what I mean? So that's just the narrative of America. God bless us all.
God bless us all.
So the question is just like, where do they go from here? People floated out some options. Now, one thing is they could just not have a host. This has been done before, to where someone just does the monologue, someone does the musical number, different people present different things, and we just kind of move on with it from there.
Hey, they need to let me do the monologue.
Oh.
man.
Let you do the monologue?
Yeah. Yeah, I do good. Oscars. I'm good, man.
And then other stuff is
very
like,
good.
somebody like Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, since they've done so well with the Golden Globes, just kind of kick them up to the big show and
Nah.
let them work their magic.
Let me kick me up to the big show, man.
Kick you up the big show? Or what about Tiffany Haddish? You do it with Tiffany Haddish?
With her,
Yes.
if I control the jokes.
If you control the jokes?
Yeah.
What?
She a little cheesy to me. You know
Oh.
what I'm saying? She
But they
funny,
talked
but
about that, like
not funny.
Tiffany Haddish
okay,
and Maya
she
Rudolph.
funny, but she
were
died.
so funny last
She
year.
okay.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. She good stand up, not good TV movie comedy. You know what I mean? Like,
Isn't that what's his name said? The little guy.
Oh, Cat
Oh,
Williams?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we talked about
The
this.
little
yes.
guy.
he is very small. He is a very small person.
The little
That's
guy.
why-
That
yeah,
little guy
he-
over there.
like you look at him and you be like, you're a very petite man.
I don't want all the little people to come after me. I'm just like, it
Wow.
was supposed to be a joke.
That little
In light of
It
the
is
whole
a
Kevin
joke.
Hart thing.
Nah,
like,
it's a joke
ooh,
now.
ain't that
I
the lady
laugh.
that started the cake
I
jokes
laugh.
there? Like,
Right, go back and
I
like she's talking about the little people. And
I'm not,
she's
it's like, I was gonna get you to make me a cake.
I'm not talking about little people.
okay.
My real last name is
let's-
Little.
let's clarify.
What if you like she had to make
Yeah,
a
go ahead and
cake with
clarify
him,
right now.
and she had to put a smaller man upside the regular size woman like on top of the wedding cake. That is funny. I would do that. I promise you I'd do that. I'd find somebody to make me one just like his size, put a little bit smaller, and then get the woman to be about that tall, and
Stop
be
it.
a real little
Stop
person.
it. Stop.
It'd be great.
Just
It'll
stop. Just stop. All right, you want to have the opportunity to clarify right now?
You would think that I wouldn't need to, but just for the sake of context,
Yeah, because we're in America now.
we are in America,
and they have
everything can
access
be
to
taken-
this video.
Everything can be taken out of context. I was trying to use an identifying feature of Cat Williams to get his name
He's
because it
small
slipped
like
my
a
mind.
cat.
I did not say that. All I
That was
said
hilarious.
is I was more trying to remember what he said about Tiffany Haddish.
Oh,
Oh yeah, but
yeah.
nah, he
Context
said
of
she ain't
conversation.
funny at all.
Oh,
Like I
yeah.
think
Oh.
she's funny. You
Just
know
not
what I mean?
for stand up.
just-
No, but that's what. Okay, so what I listened to, he said that she's funny, but you've earned your stripes when you've done your own special, when you can actually do stand up and write your own stuff for hours.
Yeah.
It's not like you just did a little 5 or 10 minute set. So I have nothing against smaller people,
Just that.
just to put that out there.
consistent
little guy.
But yeah.
I just realized something at work one day. Yeah, that was crazy. I was calling this older dude. He was a little dude, man. He looked like what's the dude that played? What you talking about, Willis? What's his name?
Oh, Gary Cole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looked like Gary Coleman. I kept calling him Lil Buddy, but because I couldn't remember his name.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, "Hey, Lil Buddy," you know what I mean? And people kept laughing. I was like, "What y'all laughing at, man?" And it was like, "Man, because you keep calling this grown man Lil Buddy."
Were you trying to call him Arnold from the show?
I was just calling him Lil Buddy because I couldn't remember his name. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because he was short and he had like real big feet. He looked like a hobbit.
Wow.
You know? And he was like 50 years old. I was like, "Hey, Lil Buddy."
It'll be funny if he's tuned in right now.
Hey, Lil Buddy, I'm talking about you. You know where I'm at.
So
Monday through Friday.
done.
5 a.m. to end.
So do we believe that this will continue to be a trend?
Yes, it will.
I don't think so. I think there was enough discourse on this.
Hold up. Clarify what you mean. What will be continue to be a trend?
As I think about it, I think it's gonna continue to be a trend, but you getting, because I think he was already at a place of success in his mind anyway, of just like, being in the limelight, working hard to get where he was, period, as a comedian and stuff like that. Getting the opportunity to, be able to host the Oscars and then somebody pull something from the past. Because you think about it on the flip side, like Nick Cannon pointed out, you have comedians, female comedians such as Amy Schumer, Sarah Silverman, and Chelsea Handler, who has been putting out racist comments and things like that.
All kinds of stuff.
Yes, for years, 10, 15 years. And it's like they get on these shows, do these interviews, and they apologize for it, and like everybody just continues to forgive them and like continue to move on with life. And if they've done something, like to the point of hosting something like the Oscars, something like that, I just feel like it will never be something that will be brought up against them to make them step down.
Nope.
Because they've already been forgiven, because they've already expressed their intentions, or like, oh, that was just my past, or that's just where I was in life, so like let's just overlook that.
But people get that, certain people get that certain privilege in America. You gotta understand that, because we supposed to know better. You know what I mean? Everybody else, just like when you have like some of the people that do mass killings and stuff like that, he was just a kid, and you be like,
Little Charlie had
a mass killer.
That dude was 25 years old. He ain't no kid.
He well aware.
He is well aware of what he was doing. Even like the dude that what was that, Princeton or Harvard? The guy that raped a young lady while she was unconscious.
Was it Stanford?
Stanford.
Yeah, the swimmer.
He was unaware. Like
Unaware?
What they call that term that they use?
White.
That. But it's something else. It kind of like says that they didn't know that stuff was wrong. What's that word?
Is it some type of like mental?
It's a word that they use for it. Like I can't remember the name of the word. I can't remember the word. But it's pretty much saying that they, because he was so rich, you know what I'm saying? That
Affluenza.
Okay.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, because he was so rich and wealthy that he didn't know that what he was doing was wrong.
Get out of here.
I was like,
get out.
When I was listening to that trial, I was like, you can do that? Even you got evidence?
How
camera, all
desensitized
kinds of stuff.
are you?
And then I was like,
How do you not know that?
If I was that young lady, I would have hired the Punisher.
Come on.
I would have hired the
Did he
Punisher.
think this was like normalcy or something like that? That this is something just like it's supposed to happen.
He's so rich that the law, he don't even have a concept of the law. That's what affluenza means. Like you're just so privileged.
You don't understand consequence.
Yeah, exactly.
You've been entitled. You've lived your whole life entitled.
Yeah, he probably was sitting in his house.
You've never had to ask
necks.
permission.
Wow.
So you know how when you raise your kids and then you see somebody's kids going off and you're like, don't they know any different? He's basically grown up his whole life not knowing any different, and now he can use it as a case. And it's crazy because I don't think we have these sort of
that's stressful
problems nowhere near the extent in England. We actually
because England kicked all the criminals out and sent them over here.
No, they sent them to Australia, but that's a different story.
The Aboriginal people are very upset with it. And that's my never mind. That's my wife's lineage.
Oh.
Aborigines.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
As we continue.
But to your point, to all you guys' point, I feel like this isn't a trend because it's not going to happen to everybody who steps on the wrong side of this. To you guys' point, an Amy Schumer, a Whitney Cummings, a Chelsea Handler, they are going to get a pass for this, and a Kevin Hart, a Tiffany Haddish will not. And
you're right,
and I think we all know
exactly
why.
right.
Yeah.
We don't want to just say it, but
yeah.
because some people think we're racist.
But I think it would be more like a pass here, because there is the rest of the world. Like I think when you're in America, it's so easy to think that this is it.
Yeah.
You know.
And they kind of reinforce. They are kind of try to reinforce it. So it's like even if
Especially
some people
Trump
know better,
if
some people know better, like there's just those others that will just have people think that we're the whole world.
On this
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Don't know why. You know.
So.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's what's happening in our neck of the woods. How about you?
I'm so done. So now that we've kind of talked through our opinions on Kevin Hart and him stepping down and all that, let's talk about this child,
What child?
this mom who named her child ABCDE.
Absidy. That's a great name. Yeah,
Absidy.
That's a great name. I don't care what nobody says.
That's how you pronounce it.
That's how you pronounce it.
You spell it ABCDE.
I love it.
Pronounce it Absidy.
I love it. She won't get a job. She's gonna have to be phenomenal.
She's gonna have to be like a movie star.
That's what I'm saying. She's gonna have to be phenomenal.
Drop her surname, be like Prince.
Yeah, she's gonna have to be.
She's just gonna have to draw her name.
Artist.
Yeah, you know, like the little cubes that the kids
you know what
play
she
with.
could do? She could just
A,
like
B, C.
connect her names by A, and then just like cut it around, and she be like, and then when she come on the stage, she be like, flash red lights and these different colors and stuff like that, and then it's like, now coming to the stage, the artist that was unformally known as Absidy.
What?
You worked all that out in your
Right.
Yeah,
all of that.
all of it.
Right now.
It's weird because in the West African alphabet, the first letters are the same as well. And my mum always she sings this song, which it's more of like she's like A B C D Wolole, like and I'm just like when I read her name, like that's the song that just came into my head straight away. Like my name is like A B C D, and I was like, a parent named their child A B C D E.
Yeah, that's good, man.
I
That child gonna make it.
I'm
She's
just trying
gonna
to figure out this thought process. Like nurse comes in, like, have you picked a name for your child?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then he just like
A-B-C-D-E.
like she just like singing to her ABCDE. You know what? This is a good.
We'll leave it right there.
Leave it right
F
there.
is not necessary.
And then it'd be funny. It'd be funny if it'd be funny like the lady, she was writing it down and she was like, A B C D E F G. Hold up, you stop. That's what you really want to say your child name? Oh, snap.
So what is her middle name? FG HIJ
Elemental.
No, we shouldn't.
Absidy Elemental.
Colors.
I like that.
Do you know what? It's
Absidy
crazy she
Elemental.
didn't do the whole you know
Oh my God.
Is
that'd
it
be a great
QWERTY?
name.
QWERTY. I like the keyboard.
Oh my goodness, y'all.
QWERTY.
Like, because we're in a more advanced society now. Like, if
Yeah.
you really want your child to be advanced and program and stuff, name them QWERTY.
QWERTY.
Let me tell you
ABCD,
something.
that's sort of like
Yo.
that.
old
QWERTY.
Latin.
But that child gonna have to be remarkable. I promise you, we
I'm
gonna
pretty
hit.
sure
We
they
gonna
are.
like. I'm gonna be like 76 years old, and you know what I'm saying, and she gonna be like king of the earth or something.
Wow.
That's
But did Southwest have to do anything?
so
other
they
than
apologize. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know if they did anything else like give her a voucher.
I would have been laughing like they would have been mad at me because I would have been like, this is too hilarious.
Because, all right, to fill everybody in, if you didn't read the article on our group, so the ticket agents are looking at, you know, the mom and the daughter's name, and then the daughter's name is Absidy. ABCDE spelled. And so the gate agents start to snicker in the general view of the mom and the daughter. So yeah, that's where this whole brouhaha is.
Yeah, I would have did it too because I would have been like, excuse me, your daughter's gonna be great, by the way, but this is hilarious.
I mean, she just knew. I feel like she should have known what she was setting herself up for when she named her daughter that.
She had
Like,
to know.
I mean, the jokes that are gonna come from her peers,
Oh.
you know, alone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ooh-wee.
I want to
That's-
be a child just so I can go to school with her.
I'm so done.
And then like,
You wrong. You a full grown bully.
I'm not. I'm not.
But
I'm making
I'm just saying the reality of it is that she has a name that's
very
easily
peculiar.
targeted. You know.
Oh my God.
It is.
But,
a lot of
at
names
the
they say
same
stupid as well,
time,
though.
but at the same time, it's not that easy because what can you, unless you're me, find to pick at her name because it's just Absidy. You can't really say, "Oh snap!"
Every
this
time they
girl
see the
that know her
alphabet?
ABCs. I'd be like, "Hey, at least I'm teaching you
No,
your
but they don't use
ABC
ABC anymore. They spell it out in is it phonetics? So it's like
Yeah.
abacada.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's what
because they don't do AB like that's our
Abacate.
generation. We
Oh.
learn A B C D, but now they do abacada.
Oh,
You have to like do the sound.
Oh, we don't do that
My-
with a 3-year-old.
in America.
We don't do that. We don't do that with our 3-year-olds.
I'm about to say in America. I was like,
ABC.
you sound like
That's
you may be
what-
talking
we do
about
that
for the
every
UK.
day.
Over here, we're still saying ABCD.
Yeah, with my 3-year-olds,
No,
we say
because like my
ABCD.
nephew did Kumon and
Oh.
oh yeah, because that's the tutoring place,
Oh.
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
they also
we don't
went
do
to
that
private
here.
school, but it's like it's
They
not
may do
ABC. In fact, all the schools, because even my friend Eleanor, her twins, her boy.
Okay. Yeah, they do that. What grade they're in?
Well, I ain't been to school in 17
This is from
years,
like at
No,
least
15
6-7 years ago, even.
Mm.
So
Oh.
all the kids now in Europe,
Oh.
So. Okay.
you sound it out.
Yeah.
So
'cause we don't
so it
do
should
that.
be abacada.
Abacadabra.
That sounds like
Abadabra.
that sounds like that funny math that they're teaching these kids
Exactly.
Oh
now.
yeah, with the
Uh,
boxes and
yeah,
all that.
Yeah.
Instead of just simple addition and subtraction.
It stresses me out. when I
Yeah,
have to tutor
man.
people like that.
That's what's up, though. You know, that's good. I actually kind of the Common Core. I actually kind of
Common
get
Core, yes.
Yeah.
I actually kind of get it. You
I
know what I
hear it,
mean? Like I think that's like just because that's the way my brain thinks.
Probably.
Because like when I do like, because when I was in school, I hated to write out my work for math. I just get the answer. So I just I do this and I sit still for a minute, like, and write the answer down.
Yeah.
Because I just don't. Even in algebra, I just like.
Boom, boom. Yep, that's
And
me.
it was like, you gotta write your work out.
Yeah.
I don't want to, sir.
That's what my
You know what I mean?
teacher
I'm
always
smarter
told me.
than that. It's not efficient.
And
It's not
no,
efficient.
no. I just know our one of our friends from Facebook, Tosin, is in the medical field.
Oh yeah.
And over there in St. Louis now. Wow. But people in the medical field encounter these funny names all the time.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law, he works at the hospital as well, and he's told us some doozies. As a matter of fact, this same name, it was spelled the same, but it was pronounced obesity.
Why is he the only one laughing?
Obesity.
Yes!
How do you? How do
And what
you,
if they become a fat person? And
How
that's their name.
do you spell it?
ABCDE, just like the little.
Yo, but what if they become a fat person? And that's their name. They gonna get roasted.
They're gonna get roasted.
Does the A make the O sound?
Obesity.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you know, people gonna play with that. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be, they gonna roast that child.
It's a literal long. It's a longer. It's
I'm so done.
B city.
See that? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That
Obesity.
Yeah, people need to
People need to
people need to think ahead.
God.
That's why my children's
please.
name are gonna just be regular names.
Please.
Well, they gonna be regular enough. They ain't gonna be
Enough?
too regular.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Unique.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of unique. You know what I mean?
But it's
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
think that's
be
what the mother
ABCDE.
thought she was doing when
No,
she
that
named
was
her
too
child
unique.
ABCDE.
That was eccentric. That's not unique. That's out there. That's on the outer rim. You know what I mean?
I think after learning
She
how to
probably
pronounce
kin
it,
to
it's
Eric.
not
She
that
probably
bad,
kin to
but-
Erykah Badu, yo.
But
I just feel like as a
but
teacher, I would
usually,
struggle.
Usually, you need family to tell you that's stupid.
Hey, listen, hey,
Like I know you got the first 5 letters of the
some-
alphabet down, but you stupid.
Some
Like,
people-
that
some
don't
people-
make no sense to
Some
name your
people
child
are
ABCDE.
unguided out here. You know what I mean?
No,
it's like when I heard that
they
name,
ain't
I
got no
said, "That's an
family."
unguided mother right there."
Some people hide it. Some people don't want any input. They want to do their own thing, so they're gonna keep it secret until they have the baby and then announce it to the
Let me
world.
tell you, my mama told me, she said, if I was to name my child anything that she did not think that was good enough for the current world, she was like, I'm gonna just call my grandbaby.
Oh.
Wow,
She said, I
Hey.
would not call
just straight up.
it that name.
That name.
You're gonna know for all time I disapprove.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Hey, grandbaby, come
I
here.
already told you.
I don't know.
It's like that joke about the guy that had that named his nephew and niece, and then the sister was like, no, because she was in a coma. She's like, yeah, your brother had to name the kids. It's like, what? Like my brother's an idiot though. Like, what did he call the kids? It's like, oh, he named the girl Denise. It's like, oh, that's not that bad. It's like, what did he name the nephew? The nephew. Like, okay.
That would have been awesome. I'd have been in there. I would have been a nurse walking through. That's awesome.
Wow,
The nephew.
the nephew.
This is my nephew, the nephew.
That's the nephew. It kind of sticks though.
Yeah, do
That's
kind of
just-
stick and ride with him.
the
You know what I'm
nephew.
saying? He gonna have to be very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Young nephew.
See, but some people, I be telling people like, hey, I hope you prepare your child to have thick skin. and
Yeah.
certain
Yeah.
things, 'cause
Mm-hmm.
just like well, I grew up in a roasting place. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
I was forged from fire and flame brimstones of the word kind.
Mhm.
So I got my roastability today.
Mm.
You know, but Ab City, we big up you, man. We hope
Yeah,
you
hope you're successful.
we hope you have a successful life. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You're gonna have to be a musician,
Artist,
a doctor,
something.
a doctor. I say
Or
go for
change your name by
doctor.
Depot.
Yeah. Go be a doctor. I say be a doctor because then they have to respect that name.
Yeah.
And then when they say your name, you have to put some respect on it. Dr. Absidy. Dr. Absidy.
I'd have to just do the first initial. I would be
Dr. Ab.
Oh, which one? A, B, C, D, or E?
I went to school with people that had the same first name and last name. I had a manager that was like,
Sean.
Aya. Like, that was it.
Ayo.
Yeah.
Carter.
Mhm.
Wow.
Emoja. Like
Wow.
so many different. Like, okay.
But isn't it like a thing with the firstborn of some people? Like, they'll name you after the surname, and then the other kids get different names.
Oh, so Jasmine says the
No.
craziest names she's come
Yeah.
across were twins. They were called Abracadabra and Potpourri.
What?
Abracadabra and potpourri.
Why potpourri?
I don't know.
Smells good.
I guess that's what they say. That probably gonna be.
How are those
Cadabra.
two
One of
things
them's gonna be
related?
magic, and the other one gonna be smelling.
What?
Magical smells.
Yeah,
That's gonna be weird.
This world is made up of so many different people. Like,
Yeah.
You just come across.
see, if you're gonna host the Academy Awards and you named your child A B C D E, you should step down.
I think you tied it together.
Yeah, I like how you did that. I like how you did that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
You really
man.
did. You know what I'm saying? That's good stuff though, man.
Yeah.
I like that. Absolutely. I wouldn't name my child that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know.
Do you know what? I'd laugh if it became a big trend where like every kid is born in 2019 and it was such a normal name and she was like the pioneer of it.
Oh.
I think because that's how societal norms happen.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
You
how
say
it
it
enters
so
the
often, you're
lexicon.
like, A B C D E, Absidy, Absidy.
Absolutely.
Now it's actually starting to sound like
No.
nice, Absidy.
I like that.
Yeah, because that's what happens in societal norms. Like when you're the first one, you get laughed at about it, like A B C D E. Like,
Oh, and if they had like W, X, Y, and Z, Wixie.
yeah.
What?
I
That is
just
halfway
came
a
up
hot
with
name.
that. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm
Giving them. You're giving them.
this away.
Hey.
Hey.
Darius Cummings,
Wixie.
nameyourchild.com.
Wixie.
Yeah.
Name
It's
your
gonna be a
child.
site.
God.
You enter your baby in his face, and I'll give him a
Seriously.
name according to what it looked like.
You got to thank Southwest at the end of the day because
Right. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
they took your name
Wixie.
global.
They did.
Wixie.
And now it may become a trend.
That's a hot name. Wixie.
That is a hot name. That's a very mid 21st century name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wixie Cummings. My mom wants my wife wants
Grandbaby.
My mom,
Hey, grandbaby, come in.
my mom would disown me and Siobhan would be like,
Get
"I'll
out.
burn that birth certificate."
Birth certificate.
I'd be like, I'm the man, I'm the patriarch of this family.
Oh.
I put my foot down.
That's your hand.
Yeah, that was your hand.
Yeah, I'm practicing.
Okay.
You have to start with your hand first. To see if it's safe.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Then you use your foot.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's what all good husbands do. You start with your hand. Then if you see you still got your fingers, you use your foot.
If you see, you still got your fingers.
I'll finish.
Oh my goodness. Well, we have a special guest today.
Yeah. Guys, to the interview portion of the show.
Yes. We have Samantha.
Yes.
And she's here to talk about
The Atlanta Dessert Company.
the Atlanta Dessert Company.
You know what I mean? Look, we got cupcakes on deck. Open your mouth, and I'ma feed you.
Oh.
And it's good.
Oh my God.
Muy bien.
Muy bien. Delicioso.
Delicioso.
So, how did it all begin? Like just baking in general and getting to the Atlanta Dessert Company.
How did it all begin?
Mm-hmm.
With flour.
So done.
All right, I'm done. I'm listening now.
Okay, to start with baking, I've been baking for a long time.
Mm.
I think the first ever cake I made, I think I was like 7.
Wow.
Yeah, I was 7. I went to, it was my sister Rosemary and my cousin Rachel, and I was like, I want to bake a cake. And Rosemary was like, okay. Usually she tried to be a lot more nurturing at the time.
Yeah.
So then I went and I mixed up whatever I mixed up. I sort of figured that you need fat, sweet, and flour.
Mm.
And then my cousin Rachel comes in and she's like, you're doing it wrong. And her mum was like a professional baker.
Mm.
And she just basically took over. And I was standing there quiet. But as she was going, she was saying little things like, this curdles this and this does this and stuff. And then after the cake got baked, it was really good.
Wow.
And then every guest that came, she was giving away the cake. I'm like, that's my cake!
It's my
That
cake.
was not a shareable cake,
Right.
man.
But I think my whole thing with cake is I had a serious addiction to cake.
My
Serious
wife got that.
yeah,
She just don't
like
bake.
in London they used to do like cakes for people after church, but they'd sing happy birthday. When you hear happy birthday, that means they've got a cake. They don't sing happy birthday if you haven't got a cake.
Yeah.
So as soon as I see happy birthday, even if I don't know the brother or sister, I'll go and sing along in my tone deaf ways so that I can get a piece of cake. But yeah, just so many different things throughout my childhood. I wanted McDonald's birthday party so that I could have the cream cake because they were the best cakes in London, like 1990.
Hold
I was just
Wait, we were-
They're giving people cream cakes at McDonald's on
No,
their birthday in
No,
England.
yeah. So if you had a kid's birthday party,
we get a hot
And
apple
we
pie.
can't even get a workable.
no, if you had a kid's
ice
birthday
cream
party,
machine.
you got they had this Ronald McDonald cake,
Oh
and
my
they
God.
were the best cakes. And I only wanted.
What are they doing here in America?
I'm over here like,
No, I don't think they're doing it anymore. I don't know if they're doing it anymore.
they never did it
They
in
never did
America. They never did
I'm telling you that right
Wait a
now.
minute.
So literally,
The
that was
35.
the only reason I wanted my party at Ronald McDonald.
Wow.
Because I was gonna get a Ronald, and then I had 2 of them. I've even got a picture. My sister sent it to me actually not too long ago.
Yo.
And my brother worked there, so I managed to get 2 of them.
I'm just so displeased.
Yeah, I'm displeased with
I've
American
had
McDonald's. Like,
I've had parties at McDonald's and I've never got a
I've
cake.
supplied my own cake. You know what I mean? I want my cake, McDonald's. I need 2 years.
All
of
we
cake.
got was the stupid ball pit.
Yeah, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
we had
It
the
smell
ball pit
like
and the,
white people's feet.
Yeah.
What?
I have to show it to you. It's like the cutest picture ever. She sent it to me not too long
You're
ago.
walking around with a picture of.
No, she
McDonald's
WhatsApped it to me.
cake?
Like, you guys don't know about WhatsApp because you're on that group me thing, but
I was like, you
Look.
really do love these cakes.
let me just make it a bit brighter so you can see.
Yo, we
Look,
did
I had
not
2 of
have
them.
We've been
cakes.
robbed.
Oh my gosh.
We've been
Look,
hacked.
that's what you call player.
Wow.
Yo, we
Oh!
McDonald's, you cheated us in
What's
experience,
that?
and they cheated us out here, yo.
Yep.
Oh my
Those
goodness.
cakes were amazing. But you know that those 2 cakes there?
Yeah.
I didn't get any of it.
Wow.
Dang, that's like my wedding cake.
Apparently one was going to be shared. Apparently one was going to be shared. And I was
Yes.
going to take the second one home. I saw
Mhm.
my sister Sheila. She had some
Oh
I was
wow.
like, where's my cake? And it was good. There was another situation with some cake when I was about, I don't know, 16, 17. And I'm not going to talk about it because it's all resolved now. All forgiven.
What?
All forgiven.
this cake had a
I
sore
blew
spot
up.
in it.
I blew up. I blew up at Christmas. And my family, we don't mess up with celebrations. But
Yeah.
I think since then, it's not, for me, it's not any cake. Cake
Yeah.
has, I'm very particular with most things. But especially cake, it has to be good cake. I won't just eat any cake. Even if it tastes good and I know the composition of some of the ingredients in there and you know what it's doing to you, I won't patronize it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've had to answer your question.
Yeah.
My life's been riddled with cake.
Wow, I thought well, you gotta step your game up. You don't love cake like you thought you did.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta show your real love for cake by baking me a cake.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Tonight.
Tonight. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, wait.
Ooh, okay.
Jeez.
she probably ain't watching. That's why I'm doing this.
Oh, okay.
And I would like to formally file a collusion case of all the franchises of McDonald's in America because of these cream cakes.
And they say that, and she said it was delicious, and I expect reparations.
I
Right.
call collusion.
No, when they stopped doing that, that's when I stopped having my birthdays at McDonald's.
Dang.
Well,
I
you
mean,
They need to
listen.
bring it back.
They need to bring it back
Yeah,
because
those-
I
They
was
need to
McDonald's
bring
cakes were
it.
amazing.
Period.
I actually missed that part of maybe our parents didn't ask for it.
Oh, maybe they did. Yeah, they didn't want us jumping all over the place.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
These are good
Blame your
questions.
parents.
I'm gonna talk to my mom.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to my mom, man.
My
Hey,
word.
did they have Ronald McDonald cakes?
Back then.
And she be like, yeah, I ain't finna spend all that money on a cake. I'm like, what?
I thought you got it as part of a party.
Wait, part of the party pack.
Yeah,
So,
so
this is probably what we did. We just went to McDonald's.
We just showed up.
That's
That's
exactly what I was just thinking. I said, see, that's what we messed up.
Black people in America.
We used the building.
Oh, where you wanna
Yes.
go? Where you wanna go for your birthday? I just want a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
All right, we have your party.
We're all gonna mob up there. We're gonna show up and have a
Get
party.
chicken nuggets and cheeseburgers for
Exactly.
everybody. Playing the ball pit. We're gonna monopolize. the
Somebody's
ball
gonna
pit.
fry some chicken and bring it
And,
to McDonald's.
make some little hand sandwiches and stuff. You don't
Exactly.
need cheeseburgers from that.
Bring some little hug jugs.
Oh, mom.
I'm done.
We've been duped by our childhood.
We've been
making our
duped.
own cakes, and we didn't know they was making cakes back in the day. And now we never got the experience.
We have been had.
We've been had, Mom. Hey, I'm mad at you, Mom. I'm mad at you. I just want you to know that now. You tricked me. Had me at McDonald's for nothing. I could have been eating cream cakes.
Anyways.
I'm gonna do those actually for Christmas. I'll do a promo at the end. I'll tell you guys about that. Also,
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm doing ridiculously cheap Christmas cakes. Just I had a long talk with somebody, but I think it'll be good for everybody to experience and understand what I'm about with my cakes.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's just even being in the festive spirit and stuff. So we're going to be in on the 23rd, just that weekend. So the 22nd and 23rd, we're doing 3 specialist flavors. We're doing key lime and strawberry. We're doing red velvet and vanilla bean, and then we're doing carrot and salted caramel.
Oh yeah, you go ahead and sign me up for that red velvet.
My whole mouth just watered.
I was just about to say you can put me down for a red velvet with the vanilla bean.
Yep, and the best part is they're only $25.
Oh, only $25.
Only that weekend.
Hey,
only $25.
I got $25.
Yeah,
That's a good price, guys.
No, like
that's an excellent
for
price. 'Cause if
serious.
you ever taste one of her cakes,
It's worth more than that.
It's worth more than that because when you chew it and you put it in your mouth, it just melt on your tongue. You feel flavors go to the back of
You
your
will
throat.
not find
And
this
then
in
you be like,
Publix. Don't try to find
this cake is an experience because I feel like I can taste the freshness of the ingredients, and then your eyes start rolling in the back of your head, and you're like,
You know what? I saw Darius do that. What day did you guys come over?
Friday. You know
I was
what I'm saying?
like, cause sometimes I'll be doubting myself. I'm like, is it just me? Or,
No, it wasn't.
and then I'm just like, oh, I guess he must have enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was very
You don't
delicious.
fake stuff.
I don't fake nothing. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, you gonna see it on my face.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy it.
So,
You didn't get no icing though. I just gave you sort of plain cake and custard, right?
Yeah, that's right. And that custard, I was finna drink it, but everybody had to use it.
so anyways, so
Because it was
Cakeaholics,
good.
right?
I don't
Okay.
even like custard, by the way. I don't. But that was good.
Thank you.
It made me like think about what people been giving me as custard. Like, 'cause I was just like, maybe I haven't been eating proper custard. That's all I can think about. Because I was like, I don't really like custard, but this is pretty good.
Oh my God. So yeah, Cakeaholics.
I'm done.
Oh my goodness.
Cakeaholics.
Yeah.
Okay, so I remember when I said to my sister, I'm going full time with cakes. And my sister plays a big key part in my life. And she was just sort of like, okay. And you know, like how you have people that want to be supportive?
Yeah.
So they're inquiring more. Like, I'm not just going to say, go for it. Like, I'm going to make sure your plan is refined.
Right.
And she's like, so what are you going to call your company? And I said, Cakeaholics. She just sat there for a minute and she's like, Cakeaholics. Da, 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 da. And I was like, seriously? Because I feel like everybody that I'm baking for, even if they're not cake people, they become cake people.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of a society as opposed to it's just a company name. Like, we're all Cakeaholics. Like, hello, I'm Samantha, I'm a Cakeaholic.
Yeah.
My name is Darius and I support Cakeaholics. I won't stop. I'm going to continue to eat cakes. I'm addicted now.
Thank you for sharing.
That's right.
Thank you for sharing.
Amen.
I'm not at AA to quit. I'm at AA just to tell y'all my name. And I'm leaving to get another cake. Bye, guys.
Oh.
I'm here at AA just for the cake and punch.
That's what we served right after.
Samantha
I
made
heard that
for
she
the
had.
meeting.
I heard she left the cake here, so I'm just going to get the cake at the end of the meeting. So hurry up.
No, you can have them now. Do you know what? To be real, like, I think you guys can take a red velvet each now, and like Darius, I think apart from the cake and custard you had on Friday, you said you've never had any of the cakes that I've made. So, yeah, so you can each, Darius take one, Steve take one.
Oh my gosh.
Can I eat
And-
this pearl thing on the top?
Yes, you
Yeah,
can
it's
try
edible.
that.
I don't know.
It's
I
edible.
ain't never ate on cake jewelry.
I know usually people aren't too keen on icing, so
Wow, he went straight for the
So-
edible.
Yeah, no.
and I think you grow by like constructive criticism. So
Okay.
All right, we on air. This is
gonna be
live.
This is live.
Live.
Wow,
this is
from
where the
Convrs8.
company
Red
goes
velvet.
well.
Vanilla bean.
That's red velvet with vanilla bean.
Okay, so this is red velvet with vanilla bean icing.
Mm-hmm.
Get out! All right. Oh my God.
Oh God.
God has blessed me. Oh my goodness, this icing is like so light.
Let me
but
tell you
so
something about
good.
like. I'm not a big frosting person on cake, but this frosting is amazing. It's like light, cause I don't like heavy frosting.
Me either.
It's like super light. This is delicious. I wish I could. You take the 2 bites.
I don't usually eat red velvet cake.
I love red velvet. It's my
That's
favorite.
not my top choice. I don't like cake like that much anyway. But
red
this
velvet.
right here,
This right here, cuz. This cake good.
slamming.
Did you just make these cakes today?
I made
Yeah.
them here.
They're fresh.
Dang.
They are fresh.
I made them here. I had to adjust to the oven a bit, so sorry. But yeah, I made
I
them
couldn't
here.
stand the sight of it. No, I was playing.
Woo!
So,
It was great.
Woo!
so that's
I had to like savor it.
that's
each
key
moment.
lime with strawberry
Was that the key
buttercream.
line like you had the other day?
It is, but that one, different oven. It's slightly overbaked. So
Okay.
usually from the Atlanta Dessert Company oven, it'll be perfect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
But-
this is the what?
that's key lime and strawberry buttercream.
Okay.
So you was asking me about Cakeaholics.
Right.
I think some people are a bit confused as to like the whole structure of the company.
Mm.
It's not just myself. We have the amazing Naya Green.
Yes, Naya.
We also have Peter Crofy.
Mm.
Trying to build like a team of creative individuals, and we don't want to copy anything. So you
Yeah.
find that the stuff that we do is quite unique, quite different. We mix up flavors that don't typically go together. And then we also have classic flavors. So it's made up of 7 strands. You've got Sweet Spot. We don't just lay dessert tables, we build dessert tables.
Mm-hmm.
So all of our dessert tables look different. They're tailored to your event. We've also got Cakeaholics. Now, I'll post some pictures of some of the Cakeaholic stuff that we do.
Man,
But
them choices off the chain.
All the same.
3D novelty cakes.
Oh snap! I got
We-
cream on my mouth.
we love to find out about the person and make like cakes specifically for that person, what they love, what they enjoy. We've also got Refine. We do like specialty desserts in premium glassware. We've got a more wedding packages. So was it 2 weeks ago? Did a wedding cake, dreams cake, desserts, and 2 sweet spots for one wedding. And it's a service. So
Yeah.
we walk you through the venue, what it looks like, making sure that everything fits together. It complements your dress. See, you guys are enjoying.
I thought you was finna eat the paper, Mel. I seen it. I seen it.
Oh, good.
That cake good. Yo, I ate this in one bite. I ain't even chewed it. I just put it in my mouth. I'm the cake monster.
We've got the Cake and Bake Club. So we do kids parties, online tutorials. We've got a ladies bake in January.
I'm sorry.
I haven't got
It's
my
so
diary
bad.
in front of me, but that is going to be amazing. We've got the Onesie crew coming down with Karina.
Can I just show up to some of this stuff?
We've got a specialist male class where it's just guys only, where we're gonna do baking 101, and it's called Mussels and Mixers. So you get to
I
use
love that.
so mussels and mixers coming up. We've
I'm
got
gonna just show up because I've been telling someone I want to learn how to bake stuff.
yeah. So every month there's a bake date, so you can bring a couple, and
She's like, let me.
Me and Siobhan can bake a cake together.
Oh,
yeah.
that'd be
So
great.
you've got bake night.
I got a date in the bag. I have to think about it.
Kids parties as well. I think the kids parties is something that I'm really looking forward to. So we bring everything, we take everything, so you got no mess. So yeah, there's a lot happening, a lot prepping for. What else? We've got the store where you can get merchandise. Some of the things that you get in Europe, you can't get here. So yeah, you can get that. Somebody's calling me, but they're gonna have to wait. And what else have we got as part of the Atlanta Dessert Company? Oh, Favor Frenzy. So you can get edible favors, so they're customized. So you can get like cookies with your name and picture on it for like events, for baby showers and stuff like that as well.
They cookies too?
Yeah, we did. We had like raspberry zingers last week. Again, named by the wonderful Karina. But yeah, we like. It's a dessert company. It's not just for cakes. So Cakeaholics is one strand, but we do cheesecake, we do tiramisu, we do, off the top of my head, cookies, brownies. We do lots of different desserts. We custard.
Yeah.
Everything is custom from scratch, and you won't get. It's a different consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You know. First of all, them cupcakes,
Sweet baby Jesus,
took me to a whole nother
I had to
world
get
for a
silent.
second.
I ran out of words after I ate them two
I was
cupcakes.
like, what's
like,
happening? I thought I was
like, I
entering
enjoyed
into
it too
a new
much.
dimension.
Okay, your red velvet is on a high level,
Hi.
but I will say that I enjoyed the lime one even more.
Yes.
Because you can taste
'Cause
lime.
It's just bursting through.
It's like kicking your mouth flavor from the bottom of your palate to the top roof of your mouth.
Because he like gets
Do
lost.
you like the strawberry
sometimes.
as well?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's the crazy part, because even like, you know, like that strong berry taste you can get is kind of like almost like super
Fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you like, you don't get that. It's just like real strawberry taste.
Real strawberry.
And like the kiwi, you wouldn't think that kiwi and strawberry would go together.
together.
Key lime, you wouldn't think that lime and strawberry would go together.
But they
Like at all, because I was just like, that's weird.
Yeah, I think just playing with the palette, understanding what works, what doesn't work. Obviously, like if somebody wants something else that's more specific and bespoke to them, we do bespoke packages.
Yeah.
But the strawberry and key lime goes really good together. Another one that we do that goes really well, and you usually find that people like that as well, is the raspberry and lemon. But the one thing I will say
Raspberry
is,
and lemon.
if somebody offers you a strawberry cake or a strawberry anything or a vanilla something and you don't see the seeds, it's fake. So I think there's one cupcake left. You can see the little black specks.
Yeah.
That's a real vanilla bean.
Yo, because you know in America they don't really do vanilla bean on red velvet cakes. They do buttercream.
Cream cheese.
It is buttercream, but it's vanilla buttercream.
They do cream
tastes
cheese
like,
too. Sometimes.
Yeah, they do cream cheese as
That
well.
was the most like
Light. It's the
light cream
lightest
I ever ate on red velvet cake in my life.
I've never
Thank
tasted
like for
frosting
real, like
that
for
light.
real. It didn't even feel like, because you know, like here, like the buttercream is like this,
Yeah, they
like kind of like thick, and you be like, dang, let me scrape some of this off. I was like, you could just cover that whole thing. You could have just dipped the whole cupcake in the vanilla bean and gave it to me. I just ate that.
But see, I think that's why I stopped liking cakes, because it was just too much.
Yeah,
It was just too much. So like, if somebody offered me a piece of cake, I'm like, nah, I'm good, because it's just too much sweets for. It's too sweet for
that
me.
right there is like very balanced. Like it's sweet, but not like, oh my
Overpowering.
goodness, it's so much sugar on this. I'm gonna have to get an insulin shot. You know what I mean? So, but that was just, man, I like that cake, man.
That just blessed my life.
I'm gonna just take this one. I was trying to see that anybody else
Nah,
wanted
we
it.
didn't
I'm
want
saying
it. We
this
didn't
for
want
that.
it.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
Okay.
Hey, little buddy,
I'ma
you
just
gonna
go
be? You
take
want to be
this
on the
one.
podcast with us? Yes, I'd like to be on the podcast.
What is wrong with you? I hope you got that on camera. Okay, so where do you?
This is
I know
Cupcake Buddy.
Earlier you were talking about. I mean, you don't have to go into detail, but I know you have some vision for 2019. Like, where do you see this potentially going? Like where?
Somebody said have it with tea.
Sorry?
Yeah. So, like, where do you envision it going? Like what's your what's
Where
your
do we
goal?
envision it going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sky's absolutely the limit. We set up the website so that basically you can order cakes.
Mhm.
Everything's on there. You put how many people you're having for a party, and it'll tell you what size cake you need. Like, you don't need to.
So it's really thought out.
It's orchestrated so that you can literally go on there. Oh, I want desserts. Okay, I want a dessert table. Okay, I want a specialty cake.
Right.
And it's just orchestrated to make it quite simple. It's got all the prices and stuff on there. For 2019, there's the last wedding that we just did. Peter and I drove down to Jacksonville for the caterer, and he's quite big in Jacksonville, Italian gentleman, and when we got there, it was a bit sort of like, okay, this is my kitchen, my space. I was like, okay, we're just going to be in this little corner here. We've pretty much made everything already. And then he looked at the cake and he was like, wow, like, that is, like, I've done so many weddings in this venue. This is, like, the nicest cake that I've seen.
Right.
So, and they, as the caterer, he cut the cake because it's part of the wedding service.
Yeah.
And when he cut it, one of the first pieces, he just slid it to the side. Like,
he was like, and this is mine.
And he wasn't even sliding it because he likes cake or anything. He was sliding it because, like, let me see if this thing tastes good because...
Yo.
So then he did that, and I was just standing there like, okay.
What are you doing?
And then he was like, I want you to do all my weddings. So...
Wow.
Hey, man.
Come
That's
on.
And I was so encouraged. Like, Peter was telling me afterwards, like, when we was packing away, he said he was calling people on his phone and was like, I've got to tell you about this baker I just met.
Come on.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
wow. You're already in Florida. Duval County, stand up.
So, so 2019, where do I see this going? I'm not big on the whole social media hype yourself up.
Yeah.
Like, you see people posting and reposting cakes that they've done. To be 100% honest, I probably need to pay somebody to do my social media. Like, when it comes to it, something that I was raised on, the proof is in the pudding. So if you a lot of people make nice cakes. Truth be told, it's extremely difficult to ice a soft cake. So that's why you get a lot of cakes that look really good, but they taste like brick because it's easier to ice a brick cake.
Yeah,
that's what I do not like. Every wedding I go to, and I like, especially when I see cakes that got fondant on it. Oh,
I hate fondant.
I'll be like,
you don't get fondant because you had Takaya's wedding cake.
No, I didn't.
You didn't have any. I made that, the wood one.
No.
But the thing of it is, like, when I see people that have fondant cakes, I be like,
I gotta make you a fondant cake.
That cake on the cake on the inside is gonna be horrendous.
I haven't.
Because that's what I'm used to. Oh, just like you just said, a lot of people have very cornbready cakes when they have fondants. You know what I'm saying? On the outside, it'd be hard and dry on the inside. Like, it almost tastes like cornbread.
Might as well get some.
Exactly. I might as well get some soup or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like I never. Every time I see a cake that got fondant on it, I be like, I pass, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, because I never had a cake that, like, I don't know what yours tastes like, but I have not been. This is my first cake for me, by the way.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I've had to rewrite that for a lot of people, and people like John just mentioned that I made his wedding cake. He was like, nope, we're not having a fondant cake. We're having a buttercream cake, and I'm like, fine, I'll make you a buttercream cake. And I think too many people are making bad fondant cakes. Yeah. So I made our fondant is vanilla buttercream cake. So it actually tastes like that, but it's just, and we don't roll it thick. Like our buttercream, our fondant cakes are maximum 3 millimeters thick. So you ain't gonna get some big thick layer of icing.
Yeah, because it'd be like a defensive lineman in front of that cake. Would it be with that fondant?
Stuck to the top of your mouth.
Yeah. So
like you do Play-Doh or something.
Yeah. If you invite me back next time, I'll bring some fondant cake so you guys can rewrite that narrative in your head as well.
We'll do like a where is she now? Bring a whole cake and just like slice it, you know, boom, boom, talk through.
Yeah. Because because you got one wife. That's I'd be like, oh, fondant cake. Oh, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I'm good. That's all I do all the time. And I don't think I did that for like. I think I had another engagement after her wedding, so I was in a rush to like get out. So I didn't really have much time to eat there either. But apparently, a lot of people were had a lot of stomach aches from the food.
From food.
Yeah, not the cake.
Not the cake.
No, that's not the cake. I got
The
insurance.
cake was like the last thing to get there, so there's
Yeah,
no
so
way.
it was no way.
It was. That was crazy.
Oh,
that
that
was
was
the
insane.
craziest 24 hours
Yes.
of my life.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I
I
will never let a
remember.
bride down. Ever. If I can help it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to have to break
Wow.
both my arms and both my legs.
Wow.
Delta lost all my luggage with all the stuff for the wedding.
Wow. Oh yeah, I remember that.
They lost everything,
And
all
your
the cake
oven,
pans and
wait,
everything.
your oven didn't work.
And then I got...
So you had to go to a neighbor's house to
I had to go to the neighbor's house to bake the cake.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think when I look at the Takai and One Day's wedding cake, I feel a great sense of accomplishment because
You got it done.
yeah.
to get it done,
Yes.
like I literally had to. I was driving all over Georgia looking for ingredients.
Wow.
It was a literal hell and high water situation.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it came out good, and I was
Amazing.
pleased with it. So yeah.
Man,
I would
that's how
definitely
you.
like
If
to
you can
do
cook a
that.
cake under pressure, and still people say it tastes good, you know that's a good baker. Because if people certain people, I know one baker in particular, I ain't gonna say their name.
Oh.
Yeah, that was their wedding cake.
You tried my life with that cake, and I was
That one.
Oh yeah, I do remember
cake
that.
fried, man. It looked like wood.
Yeah.
So.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you remember when I pulled up?
Yeah.
He was just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
good to
bring
go.
it
I remember you
table
bringing
and
it
everything.
in, but
Yeah.
I was like heading out.
Yeah. So, amen. It's
Amen.
a
That's
blessing.
awesome.
It's a blessing.
I'm just refreshed by all the collaborations you're making.
Yeah.
You, Armani, Karina, Pete, Naya, y'all all coming together to do these things with your different talents and whatnot.
Y'all like the
That you bring
Captain
to the
Planet of the
table.
Bacon World.
Oh.
yeah.
Captain Planet of Bacon Brothers.
Captain Planet.
Working
Let your powers
horses.
combine.
So there's this notion that you're always competing with people, and I think just even in discipleship and just understanding what it means to be a disciple in business is when the scripture says to spur one another on.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I'm up against you. It means that when you even have a race and you have a pace setter, they're encouraging you to go faster than you usually go.
Right.
So the horses that are known for like a draft horse, yeah. So a draft horse by itself can carry, for example, 400 kilos. I can't remember the exact figures, but it's doubles and quadruples. So by itself, it can carry 400 kilos. But if you put two of them together, they can carry 1,200 kilos.
Wow.
Right.
And if you have two of them that have worked together before, they can carry 1,600 kilos.
Mm.
So not just double,
Yeah.
4
Wow.
times.
4
Because they
times.
work so well together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think there's this, and I think honestly, as black people, that's something we need to learn and value as well.
Yeah.
That it's not, oh, me against you or you against me. And
Thanks.
I met another baker the other day. Her cakes are good.
Yeah.
They're good in terms of, I haven't tasted it, but in terms of the actual artistry. And I was like, if you need a hand or you need help, I'm going to help you. Like, I'm not going to, obviously I've got my own recipes and stuff that they're my thing. But in terms of helping you, in terms of if you need a pair of hands,
Yeah.
I think we're all supposed to, be open to helping, collabing, spurring each other on, refining each other, pulling each other out. Like, oh, when you did this, you could have done this better that way.
Right.
So having a network around you it's not just about people trying to patronize or I just want, you'll see from like my social media, I don't be telling people to buy my cakes.
Yeah.
I'd rather have people who have tasted my cakes and know what I'm about speak well about me, because I feel like that will go a lot further than you buying a cake one time.
Yeah.
Right.
My cakes ain't cheap because you guys saw I didn't whip up the icing in 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
Like,
Crazy.
you know? So the collaborations, I think it's just understanding that it's not just good for me, but it's good for all of us if we work together, bring out the best in each other, and that's how everybody moves forward. But if you want to be like crabs in a back bucket, I'm not about that, Steez.
Yeah, me either.
I mean, and then the Disciples in Business page.
Yeah,
that
that's
started.
right.
Yeah.
Yes. So my friend Rachel and Daniel K, so the original founders of we have a Disciples in Business Network in London. But I remember when we sat down the first time, Rachel and her business partner, they launched Afrocentrics.
Oh yeah.
Now that is like the biggest black hair care company in the UK, soon to be Europe and the rest of the world. They just won like $250,000 from Ashton Kutcher. Like,
oh yeah. I've seen that video.
My friend Daniel, he started his milkshake business whilst he was in college, and he literally sold it and bought a house. Now to buy a house in London, it's not easy. Like you need like, but
my wife tell me stories about that.
And they got us together, and they were like, okay, this is how it works. And I think trying to implement that here, I need to have one-on-one conversations with everyone, because it's not we're just gonna share each other's stuff, or it's not just a platform for like, oh, this is what everybody's doing. But I think it's more really understanding what that scripture means when it says spur each other on, understanding what integrity looks like universally on a business platform, understanding what it means to build wealth, not only just build wealth, but understand the responsibility that comes with being rich or having money or having resources or influence in the society. When the scripture talks about Proverbs 31 woman, like she had like purple linen to sell, like that's right. Those are royal garments. But you see where her husband sat, he sat at the city gates, like with the noblemen of. So there's this certain sense of responsibility that comes with having these things. So it's not just about, oh, we all trying to get rich together, but it's almost like actually in doing so there are responsibilities that come with it. So like God says, like he who is trusted with a little will be trusted with much. So the whole Disciples in Business Network is to understand what true discipleship looks like, in not just building for ourselves, but building for our community, building for our children, and actually impacting those around us in terms of what a Christian business person looks like and how it looks contrastly different to somebody who doesn't have a relationship with God.
Oh man.
So
you got my attention with that. I would love to learn more about that.
I love it.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
So the way it works is like we go through certain topics together. Just even like, okay, in terms of your business, how do you price your stuff so that you know that it's fair? You know, and just holding each other accountable to those standards. Like integrity means like to have the same integer. It comes from the word integer. So how do you stay consistent? How do you stay good? How do you get feedback? Like, okay, this isn't what I wanted it like this. I have taken cakes back and redone it and given it to the person because I want you to be happy with it when you've got it. You know, if that means I go without sleep, I will go without sleep. You know, like,
but you got a standard you want to uphold.
Right.
So I think being a Christian in business, not to say that I'm perfect, there's going to be times where, but what it looks like is I'm ultimately working for God. I'm not working for myself.
Right.
I have to answer to a higher authority. So
absolutely. And being able to hold each other to that same standard, or reminding each other of that same standard is vital. So we ain't out here doing it by ourselves. We have people who are probably in different streams of industry, but it's like at the end of the day we're all in business. So I'm for it for sure.
You got, because there's even like you was just talking about, as far as like upholding standard and stuff like that. Just like that's kind of like just something I've been like kind of like just talking about like this whole time, and that's like to different people, and just kind of like to hear somebody else's voice, and that is very refreshing. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I say something like, man, I wonder if people really get it. What rolling together looks like. You know what I'm saying? Or just being able to help each other, if be on the same wavelength without wavering, and having accountability inside of a network. You know what I mean? So that excited my soul. Trying to just not eat this cake in front of me.
I'm so done. You was already over there licking your fingers.
I think somebody was asking like, how can you order a cake?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Devon.
Okay, so how do we do this? If you go through the website, it's going to be 4 times the price. So I'll tell you that now. I'm going to put a promo code on there tonight. And with that promo code, what it will do is it'll bring it down to 0. And then I'll also, once you order it, I'll send you a link that you can Cash App it to. And we can only do 30. That's the maximum we can do for that weekend. Because all our cakes are fresh. That's the other thing as well. Everything from wedding cakes to whatever, it's 36 hours from oven to you. That's how it works. We don't do frozen cakes. They don't go back in the freezer 4 or 5 times. You ain't sitting there under 6 layers of fondant.
Right.
So yeah, we do have a capacity of 30 that we can do. I'm going to put the promo code as Convrs8.
Oh.
Where your mama and them at?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
you gonna hear my name after you get that cake, and it's gonna, when you slice it to it, it's gonna say Cakeaholics and Convrs8 collabo.
Hey.
So yeah, so the website is theatlantadessertcompany.com. You don't have to put any payment details or anything into there. Just it's so you just go in there and then you want to order like a fruit topped cream cake, and it's got like a little illustration of what it looks like, and it's the 10-inch size. And yeah, you go in there. I'll put the promo code. You put the promo code Convrs8, and if you're having any problems at all, in fact, let me give you the business line. It seems quite simple, but it's 470. I should know this off the top of my head. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you good. You good. Hey, everybody. Buy a cake, but not 30 of them, because I got to get one. If I don't get one, nobody gets a cake.
Yeah, and it's only for that weekend. Like, yeah. It's more so people can actually understand what the hype is about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delicious hype.
Okay. So the number is 470-705-9020. So yeah, if you can text me and I can send you a link and you can just order that.
470-705-9020.
Yep, 470-705-9020. You can text us. We'll put an order through for you, and we're doing 3 festive flavors. So you can do the key lime and strawberry, red velvet and vanilla bean, or carrot and salted caramel. And it comes with fruit on top. It's quite a pretty cake, so if you're going somewhere for Christmas, you can take that, so you don't show up empty-handed.
Right. I got this cake, and if y'all want more, I know where to guide you.
Amen.
I got this cake. Don't eat it all.
It's mine.
I can get you some.
I brought it for a presentation.
It's your money. You know what I'm saying? I get the kids some cake, but the rest of you grown people gonna have to buy your own cake.
The kids.
Know what? I'm gonna let them taste the cake because I gotta get them addicted. It's like giving their first piece of smack.
So who's this? She's doing all of my events.
Exactly. I'm just be like this. Here, now take this little piece. I know you're gonna want more. You're gonna want to fight me for it, but don't try your life like that.
Ooh.
I don't feel bad giving kids cake because I know I use half the sugar than most bakers.
I can tell because it's such a good balance.
Because I feel like when
cake,
I eat sugar, I'll be off the walls.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
I'll be like all of my 3-year-olds in one
in-law family, I'm bringing this cake to y'all. You know what I mean?
Hey man.
You don't get a lot.
I'm supporting for sure.
I'm slicing the cake.
I'm slicing the cake. You count me in. I'll be ordering me one as well.
To tell you,
Thank
I gotta
you.
keep one
Yes.
of them cakes. I text Yvonne right now. I'm like, hey, give me $25 right now. You gotta have one of these cakes. If you ain't never had one, I'm telling you. I want to say, I ain't gonna tell that lie to you.
Don't.
I'm all for like people supporting, but I like honesty as well. And I think, to be real, I put those cupcakes there. It's not out of like, oh, it's like a big fancy show.
Yeah.
But it's more so like, actually, Samantha, this one was better last time or whatever. I think you grow from feedback, you know? Yeah. But at the same time, I think when when people are accustomed to the standard of what you do, and they understand what you're doing, you don't have to sell them anything. They understand what you're about.
Yeah, you ain't gotta sell me this cake.
The proof is in the cupcake.
Yeah, you ain't gotta butter. You ain't gotta butter my robot cupcake.
You ain't got to. I'm convinced. Between you and the
Anything.
person I used to work with that also bakes, I'm pretty sure that's where most of my money is about to go. For like sweets and
Yeah.
desserts
I'm
and stuff like that.
Work out extra hard in the gym now.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be in there for 2 hours now. I thought the fried chicken was gonna be. Now I gotta go double time.
Hey, well, you know
tonight.
what? She used half the sugar, so you ain't
I
gotta
know,
go
go
hard.
as hard.
You know
So I
what
may
I'm saying?
add like just 15 minutes.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I'll probably lift a little bit more weights. You know what I'm saying? Do a little bit more cardio.
Yeah,
A little bit
cardio.
Mhm. Get that heart rate up.
Yeah.
It's higher in protein as well.
Oh really?
Yes.
So these are healthy cupcakes.
I'm not American, so I can't market to them as such.
Right.
Exactly.
You know,
you know what I'm
I know
saying?
you guys be deceitful, like, oh yeah,
You just put organic on here.
free range eggs. But the chickens are packed tighter than the
Exactly.
Right.
Free range eggs. They run around in this 4x4 cage.
But
Yeah,
see,
man.
you said that also. So you build these tables.
Man, I seen one
that-
of those
Yeah.
tables.
Sweet
I
spot.
think that was for
So sweet
Kenisha's
spot.
wedding.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, man.
Who showed you?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, you know. So I was looking, I was like, dang, man, she did all that?
yeah. So is it okay? So that's like one of the tables that I built,
Oh wow.
and then that was like for the whole wedding.
And she like a craftsman.
I studied architecture. That's my field. 3D, building things. I laid all the flooring in my sister's
You know
house.
how to use a CAD machine?
Yeah, I've got power tools at home in London. I've only just started to get power tools here, so I've got like a circular saw, a mitre, an angle grinder. Like, yeah, I know how to work power tools.
Wow.
Um,
Amazing.
I'd like to build my own house. We'll see what my boyfriend says about that. But
That'll
we
be
ain't there
dope.
yet.
Right. But that'll be dope though.
Yeah.
Cause listen,
Yo, that's tight. I like the gold on that cake.
my mind is just racing right
So
now.
that was like,
Hey, I want to get married again now.
What?
If I can have a cake.
yeah. So it's some of
Just
the wedding
rewind
cakes.
time. Or a renewal of your vows.
Yeah, that's coming up pretty soon, isn't it? Or is it too soon?
It's too soon.
I'm gonna break the norm.
Hey,
was
do
the
that.
other
In
one.
5 years,
Oh, wow.
I'm renewing my vows.
So this is the desserts in the premium glasses that you're talking about.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's a trifle. You've got some mango cheesecake there, tiramisu.
Mm.
We've also got like a range of chocolate fountains. So we've got a 4-foot chocolate fountain. We've got smaller chocolate fountains.
Oh my
We
gosh.
use real Belgian chocolate. It's imported.
This is amazing. Wow.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I'm blown away. Yeah, I'm just like thinking like, cause 2019 for me is gonna be a lit year, but I'm gonna be hosting a lot of events. So now I know who some of my vendors are gonna be.
We're there for you. It's
Thank
all
you.
about the
Appreciate
collaborations.
that.
It's like
Yeah.
supporting. Or we also do like with our desserts, we can put like your logo on there, and
Oh,
it's all
yeah.
edible. So edible logos. We've got an event next month. Yeah, it's a big birthday party, but literally his logo's going on like 400 cupcakes. They're Hennessy cupcakes.
Whoa!
We've got kids' birthday parties with their name on there.
Oh my goodness.
It's all about branding. So if you've got a business or like a team event,
we'll
we
be
brand
talking
our
very soon.
desserts as well.
We'll be talking very soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, I already
Yes.
told Savon I need to release the funds.
Release the funds.
My
goodness.
Might get two.
Where
So,
did
yeah.
Steve go?
Life is sweet.
I don't know. The
Right, life is
cupcake
sweet.
was so good.
He just
disappeared.
disappeared.
Do you know what? They were
man.
like, I left 4 on the side.
Steve? Oh.
Everybody came back with some frost on his head. Like, hey, so what now? I didn't. I ended up in a place. But yeah, man, that's good though, man. Like
Yeah.
this is so you're trying to build a whole enterprise.
Yeah, and you want to build something that works without you. Ultimately,
Yeah.
it's not
That's-
about you
yeah.
working the business. It's about the business working for you.
Yeah.
But you set it up with integrity. That way, everybody that comes to it, they know who started it.
Okay.
So yeah, and I think Jesus was the perfect model of that.
Oh yeah.
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 Dang, man.
Dang man, that's
You convict
convicting.
Yeah.
I'm like, now you just think about your whole life. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did
You
do
know
that.
what? That's right. I need to step my business game up, man.
Oh man. Well, it was great having you
Yeah.
on
Thank
here
you.
today,
Yeah,
sharing your
have you.
perspective, sharing about your life, sharing cupcakes.
My creator.
I mean, I'm so done. So done. I'm pretty sure we'll be collaborating with you in the near future.
Yeah, all the time.
Probably sooner
Yes.
than later. Yeah.
Documents.
But so is there anything else that you want to kind of like address
Plug.
to the
Yeah. Plug or
to the
address?
audience? I know you said you wanted the.
You
or
are
already
what you
did.
eat.
You are what
You
You
are what
eat.
you eat.
We've been eating terrible in America. I
Terrible.
ain't had a cake that tastes like that. It was so light. It felt fat free. But it tasted sinfully delicious.
Oh my gosh, I'm so done. Anyways, final thoughts. Stevie Neal, final thoughts.
All right, final thoughts. As a Metro Atlanta native, I would like to shout out Atlanta United.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first Major League Championship to the city
Woo!
in 23 years.
23
I was 13
years.
when Marquise Grissom caught the last out of the Braves World Series title. And I remember jumping for joy, and I was just as excited for this championship. And I think it is a tidal wave about to start.
It is. I hope so.
Yes, tidal wave. See what I did there?
Yeah.
The Braves are next. The Braves are next, and I feel
So
like
you don't
I
have
can't.
no
I
hope
agree
for
with
the
that. I
Falcons?
agree with that point. He said the Braves are next. I
Oh,
agree with
okay.
that.
Because
Yeah.
I
Not
really
the
thought the Falcons. I was just like,
No,
And the Hawks are on down the road. That tidal wave.
there's some years.
That tidal wave is like.
Do I?
I don't
or do
know
I
who's
not?
coming back first.
They're gonna have to
That
build
tidal
Am I a
wave
wave or not?
Jesus.
They're gonna have to build it the long way, like Cleveland did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. But as a native, it's just proud. The whole Atlanta curse thing, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Yeah.
almost turned to Chicago Cubs.
Dang.
Oh,
Yeah. We almost did.
That's
but-
tough.
so shout out to them.
Yeah. Shout out to them. Final thoughts, Melody.
Cakes are delicious.
It's a lot. Oh my gosh. Do what you love. I think that's something I'm figuring out too. Learning, just understanding like what I'm really, really passionate about, which is writing and directing. But anywho, I just feel like today was full of great conversations. It was great being back. Great hearing from Sam and just her process and you know how it all started and to where she is now and just the amazing opportunities that she's been afforded already. I'm just excited to see how she gonna continue to glow up 2019 and moving forward. But yeah, keep chasing after your dreams, man. I think just what she said, the proof is in the pudding. Like you continue to put out good product and then people, you know, are gonna like it and it's gonna keep, you know, go pass it on. And before you know it, you have what you've always dreamed of, because you're working so hard at it to make it come to life. So yeah, that'll be my final thoughts there.
Final thoughts, Samantha.
I think if you're doing something and it's good and you believe in yourself and you keep working at it, like you just need to have like a good support team.
Yeah.
And perseverance.
That's needed.
It's not easy.
It's not.
It's easy to look around and be like, oh, all these entrepreneurs and stuff, and not know the struggle people have gone through.
Yeah.
The things they've overcome, the cakes that didn't go great. But then how if you persevere and you come through it, you learn, you grow, you become a better person. So I think for 2019, I just want to be baking up love, but I just think whoever is out there, whatever you're doing, like don't take the bad things as a knockback, but just take it as something that you wouldn't have learned any other way.
Yeah.
So final thought is go hard or go home.
Go hard
Man.
or go home.
Or go home.
There's Jay. Final thoughts.
Shooby doop 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 doop. Hey man, that cake was good, yo. That's all I gotta say. That's part of my final thought. Other part of my final thought is just like, even with the whole, like, everything that she was talking, Samantha was talking about in business, and just being able to just not, just be able to spur other people on. I feel like she was saying, like, people of color in America and stuff like that, that's something that we need to learn in order to achieve the greatness that we see ourselves achieving. But we don't supposed to see ourselves achieving it alone. It always takes a team. It always takes a village, because I think that's the sense of, what we lost, a sense of, is village mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like,
community.
If we all good, if you're good, we good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that we need to, like, embody in ourselves, and that's why I like the business model that you were proposing for the disciples in business, because you want everybody to be able to match. Like, it don't matter who is the captain of the plane.
Right.
We all gonna arrive on the plane.
Yeah.
So we all gonna get to the same destination together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not about egos. It's about what we can do and how we can tie what we do to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my final thoughts.
Awesome.
And Mr. Cupcake got a final thought. I'm gonna get eaten.
Pray for him, please.
Bang bang.
Please pray for him.
I can't end all serious.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, everybody, this is a good show.
It
You know
was.
what I mean? We are an hour and 48 minutes in.
Come on, under 2
So,
hours.
you know what I'm saying?
Under
We're
two.
under 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? We are hitting record strides and
Yes, we
getting
are.
done efficiently. But it was a great show. I hope you guys got some nuggets, no chicken, from the things that we
Nuggets,
were
no
putting
chicken.
out of here. You know what I'm
That song
saying?
actually will be released next
Exactly.
year.
Yeah, it's actually
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be
a
released.
real song, guys.
It's
So
gonna be a real
Be
song.
ready for it.
Dropping
you know what I mean?
nuggets today.
No
No
chicken.
chicken.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I hope y'all kind of like were able to grasp some of the things that Samantha was putting out, because it was some really good mental jewels for people
Yes,
to think about
absolutely.
that. To try to figure out just riding as a team, you know what I'm saying? Because teamwork make the dream work for real. I know we say it for pop culture and stuff like that, but that's a mentality that we need today in order to succeed. We
Mhm.
can't
Yeah.
do it on our own. Nobody never did anything great by themselves. Jesus
Yeah.
had 12. So, you know what I mean? We're going to leave it at that. This is Convrs8.
Conversate.
We talked about it.
Talked about it.
We talked about it.
Peace,
Peace,
love,
love,
and soy grease.
and soy grease. What?
Alright, we done.
You know how I said what at the end? It was
Yeah.
intentional.
Yeah.
So, all right, everybody, we have reached the end of the podcast episode, so be sure to listen to it on Anchor FM.
Yeah.
Anchor
Also
FM.
on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, amongst others. Next week is the final episode of the season
Yeah.
for Convrs8. We're going to end it at a nice round 28.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then season 2 coming in 2019.
It's gonna be lit.
Lots of
This is
changes
not on
underway.
anymore.
Lit.
So,
So, yeah, look forward to 2019, man. Like,
Exactly.
I'm excited.
we coming in hot, you know what I'm saying? We building up a guest list for you guys and
yes.
putting in the due diligence. We
It's
want to be able to
fast
bring. We want to keep continuing excellence, man. We want to make sure we get better for you guys, put out better content, get new guests. You know what I'm saying, to give everybody different avenues of life. Because I feel like lately we've been promoting just different places of business. You know what I'm saying, and just let people know that it ain't all about the rap game or toting a football or shooting a basketball, throwing a baseball, stuff like that. It's different ways to achieve wealth and greatness. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
It don't have to always be on the large scale. It don't always have to be on the monumental scale. It could just be you trying. You know what I mean? Like, try your best, do your best, be your best every day. And that's what we want to do on Convrs8. We want to continue to promote the people that are striving to be their best.
We also have some content coming through. Mel knows a lot about that. Just like different content, different formats coming up. You know, like skits and stuff.
Oh yeah, we'll explain it.
Under wraps. Under wraps.
We will present it in a more organized way.
That's
So
right.
stay tuned for what's to come on Convrs8 2019.
Jump the gun.
So if you don't know us personally, then you'll just find out with the rest of us.
You gonna find out with the rest of us. I'm not the guy you see. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually a different guy. Quite, yeah.
Oh.
I'm very eccentric.
Okay. I was trying to see where you were gonna go with that.
Mr. Eccentric.
Yeah, you know, I'm different out here in these streets.
Okay, but it's a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited. And I think just to, what you were saying earlier and just working together, like, this is what this is. It's crazy. We're all born in July, but that's just the fun fact. But I just think we all have different things that we bring to this podcast in general. And, I just, once again, thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of this platform, because that wasn't the original plan. But, God's plan. Yeah, so I just think that, this is just basically a part of what we're doing in 2019 is being able to use this platform to highlight each of us individually. But we're doing this, like, together. So, I'm just super excited, for that. And just that being basically another testament to just using everybody's skill set to, like, work collectively together to spur each other on, and the things that we have going on individually, and just coming together and just enhancing each other.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it.
I'm excited about it. We gonna show y'all love, man. We're gonna be able to try to give y'all different outlooks on life. You know what I mean? We're not gonna be your typical podcast. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to do things a little different. It ain't gonna look like some of everything you have seen, but we're just gonna try to put Convrs8 spin on it. You know what I mean? And, try to just be refreshing as possible. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of things to learn without being vulgar or, you know what I'm saying, misogynist, anything like that. Being likes is the game. That's what we want to do.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Well, we're signing off the live.
That's right.
Signing off the live feed.
Thank you for tuning in again. I know it was 3 weeks, but was happy to be back.
We will be back next week.
We'll see you one more time this year.
One more time this year.
We will meet you in 2019 after that.
That's right.
So
we got families too.
Go to sleep. Get some rest. Whatever you have to do tonight.
Nighty night.
Slide to